Hello everyone, we're here with another prize picks and match prediction video on the channel, and this time we are going to cover the Euro Cup final we have between Spain and England. Very anticipated and exciting final. I feel like a lot of people might have had, as soon as they saw the groups, how they ended, I feel like a lot of people might have predicted this final. I predicted England to get to the final, but I also predicted Germany. But what happens, and understandably so. Spain, they've won every single match, whether that be in regular time or extra time. England won one match and then drew the next two games in the group stage. I don't think anyone has looked as good as Spain in this tournament, and they are a slight favorite over England in this matchup. And I kind of have to pick them. I know I have been picking them against them the whole time, the whole tournament, once the knockout stage started, except against Georgia. But here we are, so I do think Spain will win the tournament. But let's go ahead and get into the picks and see how it affects some of the picks. So of course we're gonna see right here, Aymeric Laporte, 79.5 passes attempted. This he got over this line against France and Georgia and Italy. I do like the over on this one again. I feel like Germany is a team where they will try to dominate the ball, and we saw the end of the game. That whole they went into extra time. He had 72 passes, but Germany dominated most of that or extra time. France, we saw when they were up at the second half, towards the end of the game, the way that Spain ices the game is just crazy. They just stay completely composed and controlled, and they keep the ball so much. They know how to close out games, so I think that's why they're so strong here, and I think that's why I also like the over on 79.5 passes attempted for Laporte. Fabian Ruiz, we see right here, another fire prop right here, 1.5 shots. And against Georgia he had 7. He's been averaging 2 over the last 2 games. This one, I do think this is going to be a very similar game to the way France was, although like in terms of, I don't know when the goals will come, but you just see those games that are so close. They're so similarly with the England and Netherlands are just so close. But Fabian Ruiz, he's been averaging 2 over the last 2, and I'm betting that a lot of people are taking the over on this one. And so I'm leaning on the over on Fabian Ruiz on 1.5 shots. Like I said, the only game he didn't have a shot against was Albania, but obviously Spain rested a bunch of players, so he's gotten over this line in every game he's played up till now. But yeah, I like the over on this one. Why wouldn't you go on the over? It looks like he has a green light from the coach to keep taking shots, so I do like the over on that one. Now let's go ahead and go into his passes attempted, 66.5. Against France, he had 64. Again, England, I feel like they've been borderline, flat in terms of, offense, controlling the ball. So I do have do like the over on this one. You see against Germany, Georgia, Italy, he got way over. And obviously they brought it down. But I don't think that England has that type of team where they'll dominate possession of the ball, and we haven't seen it up till now. They split possession of the ball very down the middle with teams. And another thing that we see is that obviously Spain has been the team that we've seen play up to the fullest potential, the most and be the most consistent in this tournament, and that is their game, holding the ball, icing the game at the end. So I do like the over on 66.5 for Fabian Ruiz there. Let's go into the this is a funny one. You see Lamine Yamal, he has a pass of fire on his shot right there, but 2.0 shots is the line in against Georgia and France. He got over this line. I don't know, last time I think I took the under on this one. Again, it's weird when if they had a 2.5, I'll take the under. But it's weird, like I said. I don't know. I don't like these flat out 2.0s, 3.0s. But if I was given the lean, I think I would eventually edge over the on the over, just because he scored that crazy goal against France to put him up or tie it. I think it was to tie it. over France. So I do love the over on this one, just because he's hot. He's young, he's on fire, he's getting shots in, he's scoring crazy banger goals. So I think his confidence is riding high. So I think he'll get over 2 shots in this one. And then Mark Cucurella right here. 47.5 passes attempted is the line. Against France, he only had 48. Again, same thing. I do like the over on this one because, like I said, England is not that type of team that's going to take the ball. And we see them be flat, be kind of reluctant to hold the ball and attack at times. So I think Spain will have more possession of the ball. And I think Cucurella can get over this line fairly easily in this game. And now I want to go ahead and cover... well, there's a few more for Spain, but 2.5 goalie saves for Unai Simon. I do like the over on this one. I feel like France, they were also very flat and they weren't very prolific on top. I think England's been a bit better there, though. I think they've been, and it is a final, of course. I know it was a semi-final against France, but it is a final. I do expect England to be, like I said, a little bit more astute and kind of sharp up top, especially with how they won and last minute against Netherlands. I don't know. I see him getting over on 2.5 goalie saves right here. Now Rodri, 74.5 passes attempted against France. He only had 55. Weirdly enough, it's such a weird thing for him, because you see him in Man City, he averages like 100 passes attempted. Right here, he doesn't average as much. But I kind of understand it because there's so many more players in this team that are like him that can hold the ball, distribute it, push it up the field. And you see against France, he had 55. Against Germany, he only 71. So he hasn't met his line over the last 2 games. So I am kind of slightly taking the under on this one. Like I said, I know I said that England is kind of high. Has been flat. Hasn't been playing like very high level football towards this whole tournament, but here they are in the final, right? But I don't know, weirdly enough, I feel like Rodri is not as used in this game, or hasn't been used in these games as much as I thought. Overall, Georgia was like the worst team, one of the worst teams they played, and you see he obviously got over that 117. But like that's understandable, they would beat that team 5-1, so they were just holding the ball. And then, so like I said, like I feel like there's so many more players around Rodri that can do similar things to him. Obviously, he is more like a defensive midfielder, holding, passing, distributing the ball. But I do like the under on 74.5 passes attempted for Rodri here. And the last one that I want to look at for Spain is shots and shot on target for Morata. He has a goblin and 2 demons. But we see right here he had 0 against France. But I do like this goblin. I know I don't see him taking, 0 shots in the final. I mean, it's Morata. You see, he's had 2 against Germany, 1 Georgia, 1 Albania, 4 against Italy. But I do like the team to kind of look for him a bit more and give him the opportunity to take shots. So I like the over on 1.5 shots for him. And obviously, shot on target. He has had 0 shots on target since the Albania game. And you see he has, which is weird, he has a goblin and a regular one. So you might as well take the regular one. You're going to take that one on him. And then you see right here, 1.5 fouls is the line for him. He's been committing a lot of fouls, oddly enough. But I don't know. I'm never willing to take, I know I sound weird to take the under, but I do like the under on this one just because, attackers and fouls is they go different hand in hand. I know the stats tell you something else, but, that's just me attacking attackers with fouls. I like the under on those always. Now let's go ahead and look into the England players. Bukayo Saka right here. Shots 0.5. So he has a goblin and 2 demons as well. Right here, 0.5 shots. So obviously you would take the goblin at 0.5 shots. Who wouldn't? That's understandable. But if you want to take the demon, I would rather go with the 1.5. I don't know how much of a difference is a 2.5 and a 1.5. Well, the payout. But if I'm going to take a demon, take the 1.5. I could definitely see him like you know getting 2 shots in this game. Obviously, he scored that crazy goal against Switzerland. Um, but yeah, I really like the 1.5 demon on him right there. And then we see another one. So one of the popular ones, 60.5 passes attempted for Declan Rice. So he's averaging, almost 90 in the last 3 knockout stages. So I do like the over on this one again on him. I've seen that he is probably almost like the Rodri for England, except he is like the only one on that team who is like clearly tasked and has that assignment, or like his qualities of defending and holding a ball and distributing it. So I do like the over on 60.5 passes attempted for Declan Rice here. And then Harry Kane, obviously you have a lot of shots here. So you have the 2.0, which is the regular line. But if you have 2.0, you might as well take the 2.5 demon, which I'm not too convinced to take that, but I do like the goblin. Last time I took the goblin and the slip and this one hit. It's a goblin for a reason. You see he's getting at least 2 shots per game in every game he's played. The demon is a bit risky, but if you take the regular, you might as well take the demon. I wouldn't hate to take this one, but as you see, he got subbed out last game, so he might not meet that. But I do like the goblin on him as well here for him. And you see right here, he's had 2 shots on target against Netherlands. Again, this is preferably a goblin play. You can see him getting at least 1 shot on target. In terms of getting over 2 shots on target, obviously that's a bit difficult. He had 2 against Netherlands, but I recommend the goblin better. And you see these are kind of being updated as we see. They're kind of being taken up and taken down. And now we see right here, John Stones 62.5 passes attempted. Again, over the last, he's gotten over this line in every single game. But I do expect John Stones. I feel like this game might be a little bit, similar to like the Denmark-Switzerland game. Those games were I feel like those were the tougher games for England. I feel like they match up very well, and England plays very at times scared. They kind of don't want to take chances. That's how England plays at times. So I do think he gets over this line, but slightly. I feel like these lines are still a bit too low for me to take the under. And like I said, I think these are going to be close, but I think they'll, easily, well, not easily, but slightly get over the passes attempted. Like for him, Kobe Mayo, one of my favorite players, 0.5 shots. Obviously, it looks like a lot of people are taking the over on this one, as you see. Since he's been starting, he didn't start every single game, but obviously England has realized that this guy has to be a starter. So he has taken at least 1 shot in every game. So anyone would like this one. As you see, he's averaging let's see, he's at 1, 2, that's 4. He has 5 shots over the last 3 games. So you can see him getting at least 1 shot in this final game for him. And then we're going to go ahead and scroll down here a few more. So Ollie Watkins came as a sub. I don't know that he starts this game, but I'm going to kind of stay away from the Ollie Watkins. I know he gave him the winner, but, we'll see there. 35.5 passes attempted for Phil Foden. I do like the under on this one, though. Being an attacker for England, like I said, I think the main people that are going to touch the ball and pass the ball for England are going to be defenders and midfielders. I don't think the attackers are going to get too many passes attempted, because I feel like once they get there, Spain's going to defend very well. And then I feel like the attackers are going to be chasing a lot when Spain is passing the ball, when they have the possession. I feel like they're going to tire out the attackers mainly. And, I feel like the attackers for England are not going to have too many options or too many opportunities to get passes attempted. So I do like the under on 35.5 for Phil Foden there. And now I just want to go ahead and see a few more. We see right here, Kyle Walker, 1.5 tackles. He 1-1, 2-1. Has been the last 4 games, 0 against Denmark. This was a tough one for me. I wouldn't lean because I don't see him getting, under 1.5 tackles, being that they're playing against Spain. And then I could definitely see him getting over don't sometimes I wouldn't see him getting over because I feel like Spain might take the ball away from England and he might not get enough chances to get tackles. So I'm kind of staying away from those for England. But the last one I want to end it with is, of course, Jude Bellingham, one of their main guys. And you see shots on target. He hasn't had a shot on target in the Netherlands game or Slovenia and Denmark, but Switzerland and Slovakia, he did have one. I do like the over on him. I don't know. There's something about Bellingham in big games, you know, in crucial moments that he tends to show up. So I do like the shot on target. I know it's a demon, but I do like it. And then do you have a Goblin for 0.5 shots? I would take that one for sure. Like I said, I don't know. Jude Bellingham has proven to be, you know, maybe not the best player at times during certain moments of the game, but at big moments, I feel like he's shown up, and I think he shows up again here in the final with at least a goal. And so I see him, you know, getting at least a shot on target and at least one shot. So I like both shots on target and shots right here. Even 1.5 shots as a demon. I do like him as well. And then 37.5 passes attempted. Like I said, I feel like the attackers. I feel Jude Bellingham is more of an attacking midfielder. I know he's like a box to box, but with England, they have Kobe Mayo and Declan Rice playing behind him. So I feel like they take the load of the touches and passes attempted. So I think 37.5 passes attempted. I do like the under on him. I feel like he plays a little bit more up on the field. Like I said, Declan Rice, Kobe Mayo are going to run that midfield, get the touches, get the passes attempted. So I like the under 37.5 passes for Jude Bellingham. And with that, I bring you guys this video for the Eurocopa final. You know, a little bit of sad days, you know, both sad, bitter, you know, because you see, but also happy you see the final game from these both cups, Euro Cup, Copa America. But you know, it's probably gonna be an exciting time. You know, two finals on the same day, one early, one late. But it's coming to an end. But yeah, other than that, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know which picks you need help with. I'm kind of putting this one out a little bit earlier just to see what other ones props pop up. And if you have any questions, I'll do my best to get to your comments.